Imagine how OP it would be to start a match with an item that gives you 100% bonus gun damage, and the person you're laning against has no items. That's completely unfair, right? One person essentially has a tier 4 item for free at level 1. While this is a slight exaggeration, it's a handy way to conceptualize the difference between a player aiming for headshots and another aiming for body shots. Deadlock currently has a 2 times headshot multiplier that is being slept on by the vast majority of players, and that's for several reasons, including the value of the multiplier being so high, the lack of recoil on weapons, and for how accessible headshots are for just about any player to aim for because of the large head hitboxes and the way movement works in this game. Deadlock has a high time to kill, and other games with high time to kill, like Paladins or Apex for example, tend to sport a lower headshot multiplier at around 1.5 depending on helmets, weapons, etc. This is generally done because that long time to kill can become very short if the multiplier is too high. Games with faster time to kill like Battlefield or Counter-Strike 2 have higher multipliers at 2 times and 4 times respectively, so this is the sort of company Deadlock is keeping. Now, before I get into exactly why they're so important and how to best take advantage of them, I don't think this is a problem, or something the devs need to change. Gun damage is only one part of the damage we deal, with abilities and items making up a sizable portion too. While it's very useful, you're not just 1-deagging someone. Let me show you a few examples of just how much value headshots can provide. I'm about to fight this Abrams who was terrorizing our team. He's half health and probably shouldn't be fighting me, but he's rolled everyone else so far and isn't at risk of being live swapped, so I guess that's why they went for it. But all it took was a bomb and 2 headshots in a row to instantly kill him. And you can just tell that did not go how they expected it to. And that's something you'll notice a lot in these clips. It's how surprised the enemies are at the damage they take. It won't always end in a kill, but sending someone home, controlling your lane, or lowering them before an important fight is already a big win. Plus, if I played better, missed fewer shots, itemized better, perhaps more of these would have converted, but I'm still very new to Deadlock and third-person aiming in particular. The thing is, players have a general understanding of how much damage they expect to take from each hero at different stages of the game and different levels of farm. By taking advantage of and purposefully aiming for headshots, you will exceed these expectations and catch people off guard, simply because in their experience, most players have not been hitting them with so many headshots, so they've been taking less damage in the past. And headshots aren't only important for Geist, that's just who I've been playing the most. The only weapons you wouldn't explicitly aim for headshots on are those with lots of spread. And even then, if you're close enough for the spread to not waste any shots, you still want that headshot bonus. The further they are away, the closer you would aim toward the center of mass instead. Let's look at why and how it's relatively easy to consistently land headshots in Deadlock. First, the head hitboxes are quite generous. In particular, 7 has a massive head, and Mo and Krill has 2 different heads. Simply put, you have pretty big targets to aim at. Secondly, there's basically 0 recoil on just about every weapon. In games with recoil, it can be tricky to control it to rest in line with the head. Bad recoil control means your shots whiff above or drift down to the body. In Deadlock, if your crosshair is at head level, it's not going anywhere unless the enemy changes their elevation via terrain, dashing, or abilities. Jumping or crouch spamming in fights isn't really a thing in this game. When it comes down to the actual aiming, there's a few things you can try. The obvious one is lowering your mouse sensitivity. This makes aiming around your crosshair more precise, but makes aiming further away from it more difficult. This is what I tend to do, as I like to rely on my mouse movements and flick shots for the bulk of my aiming. There absolutely are diminishing returns to this. You can't just keep going lower for infinite accuracy. There are significant trade-offs you start to encounter. In most of the footage, I've been playing on anywhere between 40 and 60 centimeters per 360, and that's getting pretty low, and I wouldn't recommend going much lower than that if you still want to be able to efficiently maneuver the map and deal with hectic teamfights. If you are more comfortable playing on a higher sensitivity, you can rely less on your mouse movements and more on your character movement and crosshair placement. For example, if you need to make a small adjustment from here to the head, but a mouse movement that small is difficult, just move to the left and shoot instead. Instead of flicking to the head, focus more on dragging or walking your crosshair over it and clicking at the right time. The same goes for crosshair placement. You can place it ahead of where they are going and click at the right time for a free hit. If you are more of a low sense player, these tips are still useful, just not quite as important as when playing on high sense. Finally, and most importantly, you need to have an intention to aim at the head. Don't just autopilot and shoot at them, shoot at their head. Make it a habit. Knowing that headshots are good and actually aiming for them are two very different things. If you'd like to know the optimal zoom sensitivity for one-to-one aim in Deadlock, you can check out this video here. If you ever played Overwatch and used that 0.38 zoom sense for Widowmaker, this video shows the equivalent for Deadlock. And if you are interested in the Clawmate mouse mod and custom gaming sleeves I designed, head on over to struthgaminggear.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.